six. The power play, one of the things they've done really well is that they bowl that traditional test match length that is on that good length area really, really well in the first 6 overs.
171 is the average score so far at this venue during the World Cup. It's of course the fourth game, so we're seeing something that's in and around that mark. 176. First 6 overs. In fact, I'd go as far as to say the first 4 overs are going to be so important here. Where do they target these maximums? Do they even look to do that? Is it one of those venues, as we pointed out earlier, that it can be about twos as well?
Hardik Pandya running in. It's a nice beginning, hard length. I'm sure India will target that hard length. We've seen the ball to fly and move sideways as well. Bowling under lights, if you're a pacer, it can help you.
Yeah, it will help. There will be a little bit of swing for the fast bowlers here. And one of the things that works against Pakistan in this phase is that they play a whole bunch of dot balls in the power play, almost 53%. But they also have one of the highest percentages of boundary scoring in the power play, which is about 30%. But India, on the other hand, give away the least amount of boundaries in the power play, which is about 15%. So it's a game on here.
I think they must get off to a safe start. More than an electric start, I think wickets in hand is going to work for Pakistan. That's how they usually place their batting innings. In a T20, they do it the conventional way. But Farhan and Saim are your modern day hitters as well. So it's a nice mix.
The most important thing is that there's freedom at the top. That's key. There's no question that it's not about playing pointless shots and over-exaggerating aggression, but it's certainly having an attacking mindset. That's absolutely key.
A shot goes straight to the fielder. There's a slip in place. So India looking to attack. First game in the tournament, Sajjada Farhan was very impressive. 70-odd, we saw him place the fence with 4s and 6s. Tremendous strike force. He gets a big 50, so it's not just a 50, he got a 73 of just 41 balls. So when having it good, he'll get you big runs.
Yeah, he does hit quite a few unorthodox areas actually with his technique. Here he likes to get the boundaries, so he wouldn't like too many dot balls.
Well, that's gone up in the air. That's the first one that'll fall for Pakistan. It's an easy catch.
Of course.
Pakistan to the push straight away.
There you have it. First wicket for India. Easy as you like it from Hardik Pandya. He's predictable as a bowler. He will bowl the short ball. And the short ball produces a wicket for him. Didn't score any runs. Knowing Hardik Pandya, he would want to contribute with the ball. Watching the ball well. But just the wrong line. Knew it as soon as he hit it that he was gone for all money. Rinku Singh, cool as a cucumber. Easy as you like it. God's plan, he says.
लाइक तो कर दो भाई.
Just clear your head away.
Just clear your head. Clear your head with the all-new world's #1 men's shampoo.
चलो boys, अब clear है ना.
अब तुम्हारा देखो. टिश्यू आ गया यार. क्या बंद है.
economy of just under 8. 15 wickets, Robin, and an average of 14. He is right in the hunt here.
Wicket maiden from Hardik Pandya. What a tremendous start. None for one Pakistan.
लजीजा रसमलाई घर में फौरन तैयार। अपनों की रहीस पे रहे, एक कॉल पे मौजूद, ताकि मुस्कुराते रहे पाकिस्तानी, खुशहाल रहे पाकिस्तान। KNN।
I like it. अब कुछ कर ले। Let's get cold. Coffee ठीक है।
Oshan at 7. Watch us move.
Jasprit Bumrah has the ball.
दूसरा भी है।
All the way to top edge for 6. Saeed Ayub gets going.
Well, that's one way to do it. Same result, it's out of there.
Saeed Ayub loves the reverse sweep, doesn't he? Gets a lot of runs in the reverse sweep. Yeah, he's actually done pretty well for himself today with his bowling and his fielding. Seems like the rubber green is going his way as we speak.
Yeah, absolutely. 69 metres of glory off the best bowler in the world without any question already in this tournament. Hardik Pandya in form, and now Jasprit Bumrah. A bit of punishment.
ओह,
Tremendous strike. That is your good.
दूसरा भी आउट है।
Tremendous delivery. Saeed Ayub has asked for a review.
Yeah, you can ask for a review, but you were gone for all money there.
We've got player review for LBW. Original decision is out. It's fair delivery. I'm looking at the split screen. Looks like it's hit the pad. Let's keep rolling. We'll just go to Ultras just to confirm that, but it looks like it's pad. Oh, actually, just so I can see on the right the pad moving. We actually go to full trick when available. We don't need Ultras. You can see the pad moving on the right. It's a clear pad. Just waiting on ball tracking. Original decision's out. Pitching in line, impacts in line. Wickets hitting. Kumo, get back on screen. You can stay with the original decision of out.
It was absolutely dead. What a delivery. It's a new ball. Get that at the York length.
दो आउट।
And to hit the stump, I mean, his accuracy is
I like it. अब कुछ कर ले। Let's get cold. Coffee ठीक है।
Spremaline no frost refrigerator range with a convertible zone. Switch temperatures from -20 degrees to 5 degrees with a simple touch. Dollars Spremaline, designed for better.
Should not hold it there. Just clear your head away.
Should not hold it there, just clear your head away. Clear your head with the all-new world's #1 men's shampoo.
चलो boys, अब clear है ना?
Babar Azam on strike. it over the infield. He'll get runs. It's a fast outfield. Rinku with a dive. That's a great stop. Good piece of fielding. A bit iffy on that occasion, Babar Azam.
The beauty of Rinku Singh. I think that officially, and everyone thought that's 4 for all money, but Rinku Singh is as fast as lightning. Just gets to every ball in the outfield. The little pocket rocket is Rinku Singh. And you can put your bottom dollar that he will give his all on the outfield.
Played it away late. That's typical Babar Azam shot. He'll defend like that, run the ball through the slip cordon for a run. No chance. Absolutely no chance because it had everything. That delivery full of length and tailing back into.
Yeah, it was missing. Off stump and leg stump.
And the bat.
That's a nice shot. Played the angle so well. Salman Ali Agha will fetch a 4. That's a welcome break for Pakistan.
Those are big boundaries. Square of the wicket here. Kanadasa. And didn't get all of it. The in-swinger from Jasprit Bumrah. The inside half of the bat. Yet, I think the ball being so hard. It's a boundary. 13 for 2 now.
That's another one. That's the soft dismissal. What was he trying to do there? Salman Ali Agha.
इफेक्ट से भाई मैच
He's let himself down with not such a great shot.
After doing so much good work in this over, especially after the wicket, the last thing that Pakistan needed here was a soft dismissal. Where was he trying to go? So a very good shot, the ball before just staying upright on the ball, punching it through the line. On this occasion, decides to go the aerial route on a wicket that's
SPF 30 धूप से 97% तक बचाए, विटामिन सी सीरम बनाए अंदर से ब्राइट। ये है नॉन स्टिक with no white cast. New Glow and Lovely Bright UV Duo Sunscreen.
Dolan's Premaline No Frost Refrigerator range. With its Duo Frost technology, independent cooling system keeps food fresh for longer. Dolan's Premaline, designed for better.
इस मोमेंट को अपना बनाओ, ज़ेड में आओ, बेफिक्री से खाना एंजॉय करो, एक्स्ट्रा कैलोरीज करो।
3 down for 13. Pakistan very keen to just play shots irrespective of whether they're pulling it off or not. This really was a nothing shot in the end. Salman Ali Agha, 1 of 4, then top edging that one. It was an impossible angle he was trying to create.
Yeah, on a wicket that is holding a little bit, especially with the new ball. Think that they're playing across the line as an option is suicidal. You're gonna pay for that. You wanna hit, you wanna give yourself a little bit of a chance. Get at least a little bit one with the pace of the ball, understand what's happening. None of the batters giving themselves a chance here. Which actually works in India's advantage. India not doing anything fancy, they're just hitting the right areas, being disciplined with the areas. That's paying dividends.
Look, I'll tell you what, against Hardik Pandya, I'm going to have a hit. I'm going to try and use his lack of pace, if you like, try and come at his line. But against Jasprit Bumrah, he's giving you all the pace. He's looking to go at the stumps. And therefore, you don't have to do anything more expansive than just get your hands through the line of the ball. There's arms and legs going everywhere. We've spoken so often about his early release point, which obviously gets on you as a batter. Just keep it really simple against the best.
Yeah, this is wild stuff. Really not needed at this stage. So you've got to calm down a little. Because they need a partnership here, right?
You do, but I think Pakistan in that sense have been quite binary in the recent past. It's either all or nothing. Even their stats, say as much. In the power play they have more than 50% of dot balls, or they get 30% of boundaries. So it tells you a story that there's no real singles or strike rotation in the top six. So they're not playing far from how they generally play either. But does mean that you can afford to play these shots at this point in time? I don't think so. Not at 14 for 3.
That's gone all the way for 6 against the run of play. He's played a majestic shot at 6.
Yeah, I think we're being a little harsh on the approach here against Hardik Pandya in particular. I don't mind this type of shot where you're casting your hands through the line of the ball, trying to hit straight down the line at this stage. And that was on the back of, remember, Usman coming down and trying to upset Hardik's length. He got a little full. To me, that's smart cricket.
Yeah, if the ball's in your zone, you will play it, irrespective of what the situation is. That ball was in the zone to be hit over mid-off.
He's got to make sure that he has the angle and the length really to carve a 4 or a 6. It won't really be beneficial to him or Pakistan team if he continues to hit the ball like that.
Usman's really just making my point here. And this is where, Hardik generally bowls and short back of a length area. That is a tough area for the batters to score runs off him. He usually goes for runs when he pitches the ball up or looks to pitch the ball up.
Not sure that's well fielded at point. Partly stop would have been 4 if he had not been stopped by Akshar Patel. 3 run, 21.
Should not hold it there. Just clear your head away. Should not hold it there. Just clear your head away. अब प्ले रहना
यूरोपियन टेक्नोलॉजी से बने डॉलेंस रेफ्रिजरेटर्स की नेचर लॉक टेक्नोलॉजी रखे फ्रूट्स और वेजिटेबल्स फ्रेश पूरे 20 दिन तक, क्योंकि डॉलेंस रिलायबल है।
तमाशा
Sure that you see him off, so I think that should have been the one. Bumrah is a wicket-taking option for India, so let's not give him an opportunity and an option to absolutely destroy it. There'll be other bowlers that you could probably dominate.
Wasim Bhai was talking about the stance at the start for a fast bowler. Especially on this wicket, fast bowlers actually got more wickets than spinners have. So Bumrah could be dangerous, generally dangerous on any wicket. Late swing. The fact that with that action he can get the ball to tail back into the left-hander, that is something. That is some skill.
You and I shared a car on the way to the ground today, and we were talking about the impact of that exact point. Fast bowlers, we're always going to have impact with spin bowling on this track. But you think back to the last over of Shaheen Shah Afridi, and versus the first few overs here now from Jasprit Bumrah, and there's the margin right there.
The wide one down the leg side, absolutely. I think Jasprit Bumrah is light years ahead of the rest of the cast.
Cross bats, that's what the flavour of this batting, doesn't matter what colour that you're playing for in the world, and they've all met with the same or similar results, and that is that it's difficult off that short of the length to try and plant it as you would in India into the stance. Very tricky on a wicket that's just holding, even with the new ball. It's very tricky.
especially with the large square boundaries here in Sri Lanka. And the wind, there's a big crosswind here. So when you're trying to hit square the wicket here, these are very
Naya?
large square boundaries, not like the boundaries in India.
With soft hands, watching the ball closely. Babar Azam, you need a Babar Azam here to survive this scare.
Sure.
Ideal
Kuch.
guy here to do that role for Pakistan.
Yeah, need a stopgap. Babar Azam is all of that and more. When he gets going, he's got a terrific record. He's going to have nerves of steel. He's going to have to be Superman for Pakistan this evening.
Oh, that's well played in the end. Almost lost his balance. It was once again a speedy ball. 145.2. It's a Yorker. It almost swept him off his feet.
Almost took his big toe there. Yo! Yeah, as a batter, I can tell you, when the ball comes in that direction and that speed, you're trying to just get bat onto it so that it doesn't crash into your toe. And that is the danger that Jasprit Bumrah is.
A change of pace. I think it was a cutter that was attempted. Babar Azam in the end did with it quite smartly.
Just rolled his fingers over it, and the ball came out of his hands. There. Does that so late. This is the off spinner. He's got a top spinner as well, which is even more dangerous.
Very impressive over once again. 4 done, 25.
तमाशा तमाशा ऐप पे है तो अभी जैज B5 पैकेज सब्सक्राइब करके अपने 5 फेवरेट लोगों के साथ पैकेज शेयर करें और तमाशा ऐप पे देखिए क्रिकेट का हर मोमेंट लाइव मतलब कमाल एक्स्ट्रा फिल्स एक्स्ट्रा टेस्ट Stronger Pepsi.
Zin ke saath, feel a splash of watermelon.
Patel comes onto ball, and so the Pacers have given Indian spinners a headway here. 3 wickets. And so what they need to do is just follow through, basically.
Tell you what, Ramesh, here is where the game will go in India's favour.
That's such a good shot. He plays spin well. He's a good cutter of the ball. Fearless batting so far from Usman Khan.
Yeah, great shot from Usman Khan. Needs some room for himself. Ball is pitched up, freed his arms, threw the ball, got it over the infield. Nicely done. Head watching the ball right on top of it.
Goes big again, and that's another great hit. Under pressure, he's produced 2 lovely hits.
I'll tell you what, he's right up for it here, Usman. He's come in, maybe just sort of trying to go a bit too hard. But at the moment, it's putting pressure back on India. What an astute comment that you just made there, and I 100% agree with it. I think that in a drafting situation like cycling, that, somehow that top order could have just managed to get a bit more pressure. But unfortunately, the headwind is meeting the peloton head on.
Nicely played, so this is good batting. 2 boundaries, following it up with a single. It's about exerting pressure on India. Can they do it? They can through a partnership, through good common sense batting, and making sure that you play the spinners well there.
Yeah, India on the other hand.
थोड़ा लैग कर रहा है। अब कुछ कर ले। Let's get cold coffee, ठीक है?
ده صورة ما ختمه.
Oshan at 7.
Hello Hair Anti-Dandruff Shampoo. Scalp refreshed. Hello Hair Anti-Dandruff Shampoo.
इस मोमेंट को अपना बनाओ, जिन में आओ।
Repair work has to begin again. Not only about repair work, they need to get cracking as well. 9.36 is the required rate, so that's on the shoulders. So it's got to be that magical mix.
You think back to the Indian innings when Ishan Kishan at this stage was just taking off from the runway. 141.
That's missing the stumps. Good comeback from Akshar after being hit for 2 fours. Picked up Babar Azam 34 for 4.
Right ingredients, right treatment, 100%.
هم يقولوا بعد
Dandruff soft
الصورة.
hair.
Change of bowling. It's going to be Varun Chakravarti. So double spin attack for India at the moment. Akshar Patel bowling the fifth over and Varun Chakravarti.
Fielder out there will trot it off to make sure it doesn't get away before. High wire, Rinku Singh. Look at the wicket. It tries for the slog sweep. Carries on with the arm onto the middle stump. Delirium in the crowd. Good scorecard here, Pakistan now. Struggling big time. Yeah, in the power play, it really had to be